Hello and welcome to the channel, folks. This is ElanPaul here, and we're going to be showing you a special presentation of a game that has been out for probably about a year or so, maybe a little longer. It's the Lord of the Rings, Return to Moria. Now, I've had some requests from folks to go ahead and do a playthrough of it. This is that first episode. So we're going to go ahead and get started with it. I'm going to go ahead and start the game right now, and I'm going to be quiet for the first couple moments so you can listen to the story itself, and then we'll take over. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Lord of the Rings, Return to Moria.
Our story is more than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves. With hammer and axe, we cleanse the world from the shadow of the ring and its master. Yet we dwarves celebrate as a scattered people, cut off from our one true home. Across Middle-earth, we mine and sculpt, delving for riches, yet the greatest treasure remains out of our reach. Moria. Durin built it before the first sun rose. And through the ages, when darkness threatened our great kingdom, he awoke to lead us again. Until the Balrog took it all away. That was 1,000 years ago. And Durin the Deathless has not returned. Some say, be patient. I say, we wait no longer. It is time to journey from every mountain. Come, rally together. Bring your axes and tools, craft and courage. It is time we dwarves return to Moria.
And there you go. And now you have the premise of the game and what is taking place. So this game, in the time frame of things that you've seen in The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, this takes place in the Fourth Age. This takes place after, as the story told us, after the fall of Sauron, after the ring was destroyed. So this is several years later, many years later actually, after Gimli has become Lord of the Glittering Caves. They've all decided it's time to go back to Moria. Let's go find Mithril again. Let's open this place up and clean it all out. So that's where this takes place, and they're going to be surprised by a few extra things. So let's get started, and we're going to press any key. So at this point, basically what you're going to see in here is you're going to see just the starting of the game itself. We're not going to really go too far into it. It'll be in short increments. We could probably do 30-minute episodes, and we'll go from there. So let's get started. I'm going to hit the play button. Let me see here. The settings, I'm not messing with any of this stuff here. We're just going to go straight into play, and we're going to create a character. Now, right now, I have a character called Decamer. This is a character name I've developed for many years, about 25 years or so. And it's always been a dwarf. Go figure. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new dwarf, and I'm going to make him very similar. Now, here's the thing. You can actually do male, female, and everything like that. So eyes, tattoos, scars, beard, things like that. But if you want, you can actually make them into a woman. And you can actually have a woman in here. So in other words, you can get rid of, let me see here, the beard itself. You can go no beard. And if you like, create a woman. You can have a woman with a beard. It doesn't make a difference. It's completely up to you what you want to do. Let me just start with the face real quick. I'm going to do mine as a normal guy. I like that. This is the beard I kind of like. I don't like the grizzled look. See, there's even nice female features as well. I kind of like that feature. I think he looks very... Let me see here. Yeah, Let's go with neutral. I like neutral better. As far as colors are concerned, I'm old, so I'm going to go, pardon me, go ahead and go with a grayer beard, I think. Let me see here. Style long. Yeah, you can turn them around, actually. Take a look at the hair. Oh, I like that. Yeah, leave that there. That's good. And we're going to go with the hair. We're going to do the same color, of course. I like to keep everything the same. Skin features, obviously, you can go darker, lighter. You can do whatever you wish here. Very nice. All right, we'll stick with that for now. Okay, got the ducktail beard. Okay, good, good, good. Let's go to the eyes. I'm going to go similar to what I've got. I usually have green eyes myself, so I don't particularly care for tattoos. I'm not a tattoo person. Scars, we'll just leave it alone. Beard gilts, let's see. I think gold is more in order, don't you? I think we'll go with that. Okay. And... Alright, let's move on to the next thing. Obviously, I'm going to stick with being a guy. Okay, sorry. It's the way I am. Shoulders higher, lower. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. What I prefer to be, what I kind of am already. Let's go about right here. That's good. Waist. Nah, that's good. All right, and finally, personality. Ah, okay, good. Personality.
Oh, if only my Nana could.
Khazad-dûm awaits. The mountain smiles on us today.
At your service.
The mountain smiles on us today.
Good. I like that. Origin. Coastal mountains. Let me see. Blue mountains. I like blue mountains personally. Red mountains, that's fine. Lonely mountain. Good too. I think I started with the Lonely Mountain to begin with. I think I'm going to stick with Lonely Mountain. I'm very fond of the Lonely Mountain, so let's go with that. Okay, so we're going to save, and we're going to give him a name. Now, Decamer is my original character. I'll be playing that on a regular basis on my own. So I'm going to give him a different name. Let me think here. See, randomized? Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Huh. Interesting. Alpha. Let's go Alpha. I like Alpha better. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to save that. And we're going to create a new world. And the world is going to be called Alpha's World. It's going to be a world seed. It'll be different from any world I've played. So every world will be different. Okay? So there is that. We're going to create the campaign. There's Alpha's World. As far as Alpha's World's concerned, the difficulty I'm going to change. Now, I died several times in the other difficulty. I did story mode, which brings everything down to a lower level. So I'm going to go ahead and do story mode. And because solo, it brings it up just a little bit. Normal brings it up even higher. Hard, yeah, you're getting into tough territory here. So we'll do story mode just for our sake so that we can do a little bit better combat and everything like that. So for the sake of this, and trust me, I'm probably going to die still. All right. So escape, save. All right, we're back to it. So this Alpha's World, we're going to play offline right now. You can play online if you wish. And it'll just make sure. Launch the game. We'll get into the story now.
Yes, dwarves from every clan have answered your call, despite the King Under the Mountain's objection. Lord Gimli, Erebor will not support entering the Black Pit.
If the king wants to stop us, he can come himself.
Every attempt you've made has failed. This is a sign.
No signs or kings are going to stop us. This is the time to reclaim Khazad-dûm. Today, we get into that mountain. Any luck?
Nah, won't budge.
Did you try speaking friend?
Now, why didn't I think of that before? You did your best. On to plan B.
Ah, finally.
Plan B? Is that blasting fire?
I'd stand back if I were you.
This is madness! Gimli, you can't! We have to wait for Durin!
Durin's not here. We have to do this ourselves. Maybe this will wake him up. Limin Barak. Limin Tagaz. Kazad Dashtin.
Oh, no! Lord Gimli! This is another sign!
Oh, hammer tongues. It's the fourth age. Nothing is going to stop us.
You heard Lord Gimli? Let's go. Pack it in. Yes, nice and tight. Come on, help him out.
And there we go. So you see what happens. They were about to blow it out, try to blow up the door anyway, blow their way in, and you fell. And you're dead. The end. Thank you for watching it. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
That was no normal dwarf blast.
Okay. So here's how you start. You're basically stuck by yourself. You have nothing going on. I need a torch. Too dark for dwarf eyes. So we're going to pick up things as we walk around. So right now it's a matter of just picking up things that are around on the floor. Whatever we can get our hands on at this point. Oh, wait a minute. Got some wood scraps. Alright, we'll pick up all these wood scraps and we're going to make a torch. So we go into our inventory and we can go into our build menu, see right here. And you can make a torch. Craft it out of wood scraps. We have now a torch. So let's go into number 2. We can now see we're no longer in darkness. So as we walk around, we're going to start looking for things. We're going to look for anything that might be laying around. The good news is at the beginning of this, you don't really have anything to worry about. Everything's pretty much harmless at this point. Yes, you can even walk right through the fires without hurting yourself. Yes, see? There, no problem. Alright, so we're kind of proceeding through here, and we're going to pick things up as we go. Look around everywhere, because a lot of times you'll find stuff that you could really use. More wood scraps. Pick up as much as you can. You're going to need it right now. Okay, nothing down here. You got some rock in front of you. You'll be able to get through this stuff later, as you might imagine. Okay, I think we got everything here. Let's climb up. Wood scraps, wood scraps, wood scraps. I'm just going to keep going with it. Because the more we can get, the better right now. As you can see, the stuff falling from the ceiling, so be careful. If you stay in one spot too long, it sometimes will drop rocks on you. Okay? There you go.
Must be a way back to camp.
Yeah.
Try the doors of Durin from the inside. Let's get going.
Okay, so we're going to build something else now. Back to our menu here. Now, you can get into different things here. Like, for instance, if you can hit pretty much buttons, you can do the build menu. That'll allow you to build quick platforms and rope ladders, but we can do quick platforms at the very least. I'm not going to do that just yet. But you can also go into different menu systems up here. Like, for instance, this menu up here is our recipe menu. You see we can build now a simple pickaxe now that we have some metal fragments. So we'll craft that. And we're done. You only need to do one. Now, if I go back into the tab menu, if you hit the tab button, you can move stuff around. I have a scout pack on me, so I have about 10 inventory right now that I can use. I like to put my supplies up in that inventory, but leave things that I use down here. Okay? So now we have this. We can mine stuff. So we come across rocks that look like they can break. There we go. Now we got some stone. Not much, but we get a little bit. So pick things up along the way. Tunnel a way out, it says. Yeah, okay. We'll get right on that. And if you hold your right mouse button down, you're going to see more. So pick up what you can all over the place. As much as you can. Metal fragments. See, they were buried under the dirt there. Then we're going to make our way to our first stopping point, and once we get there, we'll be good. Oh, we can add fuel to that, so that gives us a torch, right? If it looks like it can break, it probably can. Bink, gone. And we get some more wood scraps out of it. And see? So now we have access to getting all kinds of supplies as we go. Not everything can be. Like if I hit the stone, it doesn't do anything. So whenever it says stone, just ignore it. You can't do anything with that. There we go. Get scraps, metal scraps. We can get some more stone here if we wish. I'm going to hold off on that for now. And metal fragments. Whenever you come across a dirt pile, no matter what pick you have, normally you can get through it. When you get to lower levels, or higher levels as the case may be, you won't be able to cut through them. There we go. Looks like we made it through. Okay, so now we can make an improved axe and an oaken shield, as you can see on the right-hand side. So we're going to go ahead and do that, because we're going to need them very soon. So let's make an improvised axe, right? Not improved, improvised, I meant to say. And we're going to make an oaken shield, but we need some cloth scraps to make that. So once we go over here, I'm going to change some stuff around. I'm going to put my axe over here, pick here, and I'm going to put this over number 7. Put this up here. Okay. Let's hit number 7 again. There we go. And now we have an axe. Metal, cloth. Let's make that oaken shield. Yeah, I know. They had to do that, right? And now if you do that, see, you can carry it, but you can't do that at the same time as light. So we'll keep the light for now, okay? Pick up mushrooms. Mushrooms are early game foods. I'm going to pick them all up because they're really handy. Okay. And you got to wonder, hey, there's a fire up here. That's something special. Oh, look at that. We have a fallen dwarf. Do that and get your hero's token. The hero's token come in handy later on. Now, the mushrooms that you just picked up, they will repopulate days later. So again, gather all the supplies you can. Early game, you need all these things. Okay? So you've gathered enough to satisfy that goal. You have to speak to a raven, and the raven comes from the Lonely Mountain. They sent him in here to look for you. Okay? Again, nothing to worry about here. You'll get to the stuff that you have to fight later, but right now, this is good. All right. Get up here. Love the lighting. They do great on the lighting here.
Are you from our camp?
Thank the winds. I am Arik, son of Arak. Yours is the only friendly face here.
What happened to the rest of camp?
I cannot tell. A curse, ill curse. It blocks me.
Could you search for another way out? For any other survivors?
I will search. You go east, see what you can find. I will fly to you when I can.
Okay, so that's our next thing, right? So I'm going to go in here real quick. Once again, we're going to move stuff into the other inventory. We do need kind of food, so I'm going to put food over here into number 8. And if you select it, he'll eat it. See? And you see it only went up just a little bit. So we satisfied our hunger, but yeah, it didn't really do a whole heck, did it? So anyway, let's pick up supplies on the way, light some torches on the way. All right, we're getting somewhere now. Wander around, pick up things, pick up anything that you can, and move on. So it looks like if you look at your map at the top left, we've already come from this direction. So we're going to go back this way. And something's setting up all these things. Obviously, there's someone here, right? Now, you try to use your axe on this, nothing's going to happen, okay? So go back to selecting your pick, work your way through. And, you know, funny thing is you will come back here one day. There we go. We're through. Okay, switch back to the axe just in case we run into anybody. Alright, build quick platforms. Now you can go into the build menu hitting the B button to get in there, but if you hit the letter V as in Victor, it will get you your quick platform right away and get you back out of the menu. Now if you build it out in midair and you just let it go, it won't allow you to do that, and it will just crumple if it does allow you. So you make it at a height that you can jump to, okay? Like right there, for instance. All right, and if I jump, I can climb up on top of it. So now you know how you can climb up the terrain. So you just do another one. And if you hit the R button, you can rotate the device. Okay? That allows you to get into a different spot. Another thing you can do, just so you know, when you hit the V button, you can also push it further away with your mouse, scrolling mouse button, and pull it closer to you. Further away, closer to you if you need to. Okay? Hope you guys pick that up. All right, so the other side, we don't have any platforms here, but we can just jump down. Okay, if you're not too far up, you won't get any damage. Sometimes you will. If you break these things, you will pick up stuff as you go. Usually a good idea to do that, because all these things come in handy here for now. There we go, got some stone. Alright, got some more metal and some more wood, and it vanishes. This will not reappear, just so you know. Okay, get through our next dirt blockage. There we go, looks like we're through. You want to clean it up, it's up to you. I like to clean it up. Oh, it looks like there was a stairwell, that's why. Alright, very good. Alright, so we got two different directions here. We can go this way, there's nothing here, or we can go to the right. So let's head to the right. Looks like we're getting into some nice areas, and you see what happened here. So as you can see, we have one of the statues here, but you can see there's a door here, and it's purple. Doors of Durin. So you're looking at it from the other side now, and obviously something's wrong.
Doors of Durin. What's wrong with it? I've never seen runes with such shadow. No wonder we couldn't get it open from the other side.
Okay, so now you know. And if you hit the G button, you're going to get some entries. So we hit the G and we get into this. So there's my journey into the dark. Right? The doors of Durin cannot be opened, not while a strange cursed ruin lies upon them. I'll have to find another way out. Best to start looking for clues. And then you get some tips on jumping, digging, war axes, and shields. And you can choose every single one of these, and it teaches you all about it. So please be advised to check it out if you're not familiar with playing these kind of games. And then you get the mystery. As you can see, someone or something has gouged a cursed ruin into the inside of the gate. This is why Gimli's company couldn't get the doors of Durin open from the outside. Evil shadow exudes from it, blocking any from approaching. Pardon me. Could this be why there are piles of dead orcs? So now you have learning the game, and we've figured everything out, haven't we? Now you go into every one of these that has a blue, and it will tell you things. Ingredients, about dwarfcraft, pickaxes, miners of choice. Tells you about Durin's folk, including Eric the Raven, Gimli the Lockbearer. Lockbearer indicating the hair that he had from Galadriel. Locks of hair. And King Thorin III Stonehelm, which is the son of Dane. He's king under the mountain right now, and is named after Thorin Oakenshield. So hopefully he'll come back and help them out. So feel free to read through these particular sections here. It tells you a lot about Gimli's company and the sections that they're going through. So there you go. The contract, resources, finding wood scraps and metal fragments, locations in Moria. There you go. And finally, ores and gems. And as you go through these, you'll find all kinds of neat things that you can start developing. So we have a simple pickaxe, we have the torch, the oaken shield, and the improvised axe. However, this shows us other stuff, like mushroom stew. But there's a way to make it, we just don't know what it is yet. You can build things. You already know that you have some things that you can build, including a memorial flame made with hero tokens. We'll show you that later. And then finally, you get into other things like your own inventory, your wardrobe, which, you don't have anything on right now, so there's nothing really to talk about. And then you got your settings menu, of course. So there you are. And that's a starting point. Let's move on just a little bit more, and we'll get to a stopping point, and we'll go from there. Nothing more to see over here. There are some things like mushrooms and stuff like that, bones. We can go ahead and take this if you want. And the things that drop here, if you run out of inventory space... Oh, wait a second. Looks like we got a sign of the Fellowship here. If we hit the H button, it tells us about it. Found a wee set of Shire-made travel plates and forks. These must have been left behind by one of Lord Gimli's hobbit companions, perhaps while resting here after the Watcher trapped them inside. Must be on the same path Gandalf and Gimli led them. A very good omen. They made it out, and so can we. So there you are. So if you run out of inventory space, you can just leave the stuff here. It will always remain. It will never leave. And you can pick them up later. And I'm going to gather all these things because, well, they're handy. There we go. Especially that cloth. You can use that stuff later, let me tell you. And we've come full circle. We've come all the way around. And at some point, you're also going to get arrows, too. So hang on to those. You'll need them. Oh. Harsh-voiced dwarves. Track them down. Watch their scent. That's weird. How can you watch it? Doesn't make any sense. All right. So we got orcs up ahead, but that's okay. We'll take them. So you can keep chopping all this stuff down and taking it all. Completely up to you. As you can see, it says day 1, late afternoon. So day and night have a lot to do with this. I'm going to keep my axe handy, because we're going to come across some orcs here very, very soon. Now, you see that west gate over there? That's where we're headed. Now, you could go around if you wish. There's mushrooms and stuff over there. I'm going to do something I should have done the very first time I played. Build yourself a bridge. There we go. Now we can get across. Cool, huh? Hey, it's Eric. Guess we'll talk to him. What do you want, Eric?
Eric, what news?
There's no way west. No way out.
I did not think we would see shadow-cast runes in Moria. Our path, then, must go east.
Long journey. You must prepare. Up here, at that old dwarven camp.
You're right. It's time to find shelter before making our way farther.
I will scout ahead. Stay alive.
With luck, we'll exit the Dimrill Gate. For now, we must face the long dark of Moria.
Okay, so looks like Eric is it, and you can see we got a couple orcs in front of us. So we'll go ahead and put on our Oaken Shield. Where did it go? Number 3. There we go. Let's go take out some orcs, shall we? Now, if you hold back...
Bring the big guy.
Never mind.
Help.
Okay, I guess they'll bring the big guy. Don't know who the big guy is, but that's okay. Let's grab some metal fragments. We could use those. Alright, so as we come up here...
Post of Balin's company.
Nice.
We can shelter here.
Good deal, which is what we're going to do. We're going to pick up some remains and stuff like that. So here we go. We got to rebuild this place. We have a torch here, so we're going to go ahead and build something real quick. So first thing we have to do, we have to make a camp here, right? It looks like we got some stuff over here we can do it with. We have all kinds of things we can replace. That requires a hammer. Let's get this done. First thing you want to do is rebuild the stone hearth. You got plenty of stone at this point. So go ahead and get it done. And any second, there you go. You now can make food from this hearth. So if we craft, we can now make mushroom stew or roast meat. I'm going to start cooking some mushroom stew just to get some food going. It takes about 45 seconds. While that's happening, I can now go into my build menu and I have new things that I can build. Essentials and woodcrafting. We can make a bedroll, war torch, torches, all these wonderful things in here, and we'll go through them later on into another episode. But we do want to build a wall. So stone barrier. I'm going to build a stone barrier across the entrance here to protect me. And I'm going to build it into that there. And then the other one lines up with it. There's 2. I'll do 1 more. 3. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I still have a little bit of stone left, right? 12 of 3, okay. We're going to put a second layer up on top, right? I can move it over. There, 3. Too high. That way nothing can climb over and get in. You can. So if we jump up to it, we can climb up to the top and get in. Okay? But we don't have to worry about it. You also notice there's a chest up here. It is called Ori's Aquifer chest, we need to make Ori's key. And in order to do that, we have to create some stuff. So we're going to get into that. We're going to be rebuilding the forge. We don't have iron ingots to do it with, as well as the furnace. We don't have enough stone at the moment to rebuild that either. Not to mention this ruined map stone, but we don't really use that just yet. We'll get to that later. So finally, you can use this. We'll go ahead and break it down. Okay, and this is for coal when we find it. So we'll get that later. So you see where there's food on the table here? Eat that up and look at the bottom left corner and you'll see your food is going up. So you're in good shape. The only thing we need to do right now is to make a bed. Essentials, the bedroll. We're going to put that down on the floor here. Anywhere you want to, actually. I'm going to put mine right next to the hearth. And you're going to claim it. And now you can rest. Tutorial complete. We have completed making that. We'll be making chests and other things in the next episode and getting the rest of this camp fixed up. So what we have to do, we've already cooked a meal to recover health and everything like that. So we're going to go ahead and stop for the night and call it an evening. So let's go ahead and go to sleep. And folks, I want to thank you for watching. The Fellowship of the Ring came this way, and so did we. Okay, looks like we got a fight on our next episode, but we'll get to that later, guys. Again, I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you again in the next episode. Take care, everybody.